Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Well, it's been a roller coaster of a ride so far on the markets today. When we look at the kind of moves, wild swings, a freaky Friday the 13th setup. It went down sharp. We did see a strong rebound coming in, and now we are at the day's high beat for the Nifty, the Sensex, or the Nifty Bank. All three indices are now trading near the day's high level right here. Now, when we talk about the Nifty, it's at 24,745. At this point in bank is half odd percent, 53,500. When we look at the PSE index, that's flattish with a positive bias, but let's in fact look at some of the other sectors then. Along with the banks, it's autos that are half odd percent higher, financial services that is up as well. FMCG space has come back strongly, 1.3% uptick. IT space is contributing to the gains as well, about half odd percent gains for this one. Private banks from the banking sector are definitely up and about. You can see about a 0.6% gain. And along with it, consumer durables are also doing well at this point in time. So what is losing ground? You have media stocks, metals, pharma, PSU banks. You also have realty and the healthcare index, which is slightly lower in trade. What about the broader markets? Well, the mid caps are 1/10% lower right now. And when we talk about the small cap index also, there is a decline of about 0.4% right there as well. Now, let us look at how the setup is in terms of the kind of moves that we are seeing and what do we expect. Let's welcome our guest on board. We are now joined by Mr. Prashant Tapsi. He's the research analyst at Meta Equities. Warm welcome. Moves that we saw in trade today. Freaky ups and downs, and something that was behind this sharp bounce back.
Obviously, it was a very surprise day for us, opening with a negative comment and then having a sharp recovery from the day lows of almost 24,180. It was something called as Pushpa bulls saying that "Main jhukunga nahi sala" today. It was a sharp rally, the 500%, 500-point rally in some days. See, until unless Trump's come back to his places, I think we will see a lot of these kind of days every week. Even if you believe, last week there was one day where we had a 500-point wild momentum. So there were some headlines globally saying that Putin has stated some statement, he will be wiping out the Ukraine from the map. So that was a very fearful statement for the market, for Indian market, and that too on a weekend. We may not expect something going bad on the weekend, and Monday we will be seeing very drastically negative opening in India. Those were headlines. Biden saying that a lot of support is going towards Ukraine to support the war again. So overall, the trend is very much in a very positive in Indian markets again. Technically, there was some kind of sell-off when markets went below 23,300. Again, it has touched the major support of 24,200 levels and bounced back. So overall markets, we are strong. We are come back again. So it was not expected that we will have such kind of recovery in one day.
As the market move is concerned, let me just point out to all our viewers the stocks that are buzzing in trade on the Nifty. You have Bharti Airtel, that's sharply higher in trade on the Nifty, followed by Kotak Mahindra Bank, HUL, ITC. Then you also have Ultratech Cement and HCL Technologies also supporting the move that is coming in. Prashant, let's straight away get into some of these stocks right there. First up, I'll understand from you the which has so far a very volatile space to be in, and there have been fears that came in through this week also with respect to the margin pressures that the companies are warning of in the upcoming Q3. But what do you think has suddenly fueled some more spirits in the FMCG space? Do you think the lower food prices that came in yesterday are something that probably have come in as a supportive sentiment?
I think as an index, I feel the FMCG index almost near to the bottom. The way how H1 was so bad for all the FMCG stocks, with respect to the margin pressure, with respect to the volume pressure. And I think it was all because of the election period where even the government spending was very much less, and they have again said H2 will be very much better for government spending, and which will indirectly flow through these FMCG companies where lot of volume growth will come. I think on the valuation side, a lot of FMCG companies are trading at a very discounted 15-20. So I think that is the only reason stock in these volatile markets. Plus, that is Q3 will be very much in a flatter or a neutral in terms of a value, in terms of earnings. So it is getting already discounted, and we are planning for the full whole year. So overall, H2 will be better for the industry with respect to spending, and that will be helping FMCG companies to grow faster.
Okay, got that. So H2 could be better off going forward from here, so you can keep an eye out on this space. Bharti Airtel, what do you think is behind this fresh move that is coming in, Prashant, on this telecom major? Do you think after this recent consolidation has played out, now is the time to chase momentum on Bharti Airtel?
I think yes, today I was lucky to catch the stock almost near 1640. So we had a call to our clients to buy at a very shorter period of time with a target of 1720, 1750. So I think it is all because of technical levels which the stock is doing good, supported by markets rebounded to
as a target for Bharti Airtel right now. Remember, Bharti Airtel is also the top contributor on the Nifty right now in terms of points. 42 points are being contributed by Bharti Airtel. Along with it, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank are the two banking heavyweights that are contributing to the gains. Reliance Industries is contributing 16 points to the gains as well. ITC is contributing about 20 points, and HUL is also contributing about 10 points. So FMCG, private sector banks, telecom, and of course, Reliance Industries. That's the space that we are focused on at this point in time, the key contributors on the Nifty right now. This, I wanted to also get a sense from you, Prashant, in terms of the broader market, derailing that we have seen after some 13, 14 odd sessions, seeing consistent buying in the broader markets, and now showing signs of profit taking. Your own approach to the mid and small caps right now?
I think with mid caps and small cap, the correction what it happened in last 2 months, the valuations are very much comfortable right now. It's a choose and pick stocks right now, selective stocks. One should look at any stocks which has good earning forecasted for next 6 months to 1 year. So only those stocks can be focused. For example, Polycap. Polycap is a good story right now. I think Q3 earnings as well as Q4 earnings will be better than expected from the market. So we are targeting a lot of stocks which have very, very stock specific action, industry specific action like Polycap.
Okay, got that. So those are the key stocks that you can look at. Let me also reiterate for all our viewers, the top gainers at this point in time are sharp moves wherever they are being seen at this point. Let's look at KPR Mill. 5.5% highest, changed a digit above 1,000 odd levels coming in. Westlife Development move on this one. Textiles, AGG, that's been in consistent move. These are the kind of pockets that are actually buzzing in trade. You also have Bharti Hexacom, again related to the telecom space, and Bharti's subsidiary that's also up about 4 odd percent in JBM Auto. That's the kind of move that you are seeing in some of the broader market movers. Within the hourly gainers particularly, then you have some stocks like EIH. That's up by 2 odd percent. So the hotel space, Hind Copper, even yesterday this stock was showing us some strength. Capri Global, Redington, Chemplast, these are the stocks where they are being seen some hourly gains at this point in time. Prashant, from the broader markets particularly, which
giving a positive return from last 1 week, 10 days, was almost 200 DMI last week, and I think there is a good upside levels considering the Q3 earnings, which will be better than Q2. Second, again, I was talking about Polycap again. Technically, a great setup right now for Polycap with a target of almost 7,800 from these levels also. So I think Q3 earnings will be very much better for Polycap from this point of time.
Okay, got that. Polycap is something that we can definitely keep an eye out on. Another space is the entire cement pack for you, Prashant. We've seen some traction come in over the last 1 week, 10 days, or in the cement names. You know, something like a Ramco Cement is buzzing in trade as well. Large caps, Ultratech, Grasim definitely are buzzing. But a lot of even these broader mid and small cap cement names are buzzing in trade. Anything that has caught your attention on the charts or otherwise as well, where you feel that investors can continue to build position?
Second half, again, as we were talking about the second announcement will right now in India, and Ambuja looks very good at this point of time.
Ambuja, okay, we'll keep an can we discuss the heavyweight because a lot of FII buying goes into these two heavyweight pockets, and now we are again seeing FII strong. Even yesterday, there was over a 35. How do you have somehow provided the strength to both IT and banks have contributed? Will they continue to move? What is the strategy you're advising on these two pockets?
With respect to IT, I think IT has contributed a lot in last few days of
Yeah.
market being positive session. I think the whole credit goes to the global markets, again US market, where Trump last few days back he said there will be a lot of tariff being levied on a lot of countries, but it was ignored to the India. And I think in Indian and Trump relations will be better, and that will be helping IT as a stock very much, IT as a sector very much. Plus the rupee momentum obviously helping Indian companies to have a good show going forward in the shorter period of time. Second, again, with respect to the sector which we were discussing.
So the other one is
Banking and the PSU bank with respect to government spending, private banks will be highly focused in this point of time.
Okay, got that. Private banks. Any key preferences there, Prashant, that you'd like to highlight within the private sector banks?
I think IndusInd Bank should be one focused stock which I am tracking, and second would be ICICI Bank.
Okay, IndusInd and ICICI Bank. Let's actually continue to look at these two pockets right there. Okay, viewers, I'll continue to highlight some stocks that you can look at then. From the broader markets again, Astra Microwave is something that you can look at. The stock is buzzing. This is because the company's JV has bagged an order worth 255 crores from the defense space. Again, this is one space that has been buzzing because of a lot of broad, order flows coming in from the government again. So the defense space is buzzing. One can definitely look at this pocket. Apart from this, let's from the renewable energy space, the company has said that they're going to be establishing 1 gigawatt solar module manufacturing plant in Telangana. So that stock is also buzzing because of this sharp move as well. Although now flattish, 1296, but it's been volatile. That was another news that had come in and that was impacting the stock. These are the two stocks that I thought that I'll highlight because of the news flow that has just recently come in. Apart from this, in fact, Prashant, let's take your view. Defense space, solar space, are you looking at these two pockets, especially because we are now heading into the budget season now? 1st of February, we'll be getting the budget announcements. Again, there is a lot of expectation that maybe on defense, maybe on the renewable energy, solar space, there could be some big bang announcements coming in. Should these two spaces be on top of investors' radar right now?
I think yes, solar should be highly focused. I think renewable energy will be with respect to stock specific like BDL, which I was very much positive on that. Second would be HL. All defense stocks are not doing well. They have the order book in their hands, but they are not able to execute those orders. Even there are a lot of pressure in terms of EBITDA margins as well as their top line growth. So I will be focusing more on the renewable energy as a sector one should focus. And in this, I think Premier Energy, Vare, and even NTPC Green, I think at 140 level, NTPC Green looks very good with a risk reward ratio for investors to accumulate from these levels. So there should be a very much pick and choose model in respect to any industry focus.
Okay, got that. So one has to definitely look at it. What about railways? That's another theme that catches on investors' attention during the budget. And we have been seeing in the last 1 week a lot of move coming in, especially on stocks like, say, IRFC or a JWL, for instance. These stocks have again started to perform. Is this also?
I think we should not focus on with respect to the railway sector, with respect to the budget, because government is every quarter, every month there are some or the other announcement on railways from the government. So I don't think railway this will be focused majorly in the budget session.
Okay, got that. So that's the view that is coming in. We will come back to the markets and what is buzzing, but I also wanted to get a sense from Prashant on the fundamental views on the new IPOs that have come in. Today is the last day, remember, viewers, for MobiKwik IPO, for Vishal Mega Mart and Sai Life Sciences. In case you are still looking to invest, last 15 minutes is what you have to bid, put your bids right there. already for one MobiKwik systems. The overall issue has got subscribed over 42 times, and it's the retail investors portion that's got over 100 times subscription on this one as well. So you can actually see the kind of reaction that it is getting right. I'll ask Prashant that
one stock which we have advised our clients for a listing in candidate. I think the way how the markets are giving this new age business, digital business is so much of valuation. It is very much discounted to the Paytm, and I think because of the discount, this company is getting a lot of traction in terms of bidding demand. So I think for a listing and candidate, MobiKwik should be one stock one should focus. Sai Diagnosis, again, there is a lot of valuation pressure. I think in the Sai business model. But overall, fundamentally, the company is really good. But obviously, I am not comfortable with the valuation what they are asking right now. There may be a slight listing gain in the company, but it's good for long term only. Again, the third company was again which was the third IPO?
So Vishal Mega Mart, MobiKwik, and Sai Life Sciences, which is a pharma company.
Yes, Vishal, again, I don't expect any big listing gain at this point of time. It would be a good long-term call because of the model. Again, they are spreading almost pan-India like what DMart has done. But again, with respect to the valuation, yes, good numbers with respect to top line, margins, and even the management is really good. I think it's a long-term call, not for a listing in candidate. So for listing in only one is MobiKwik.
Okay, got that. So MobiKwik right there gets the preference from Prashant on that front too. Okay, let's look at some of the other buzzing factors that we can point out for all our viewers right there on the markets currently. The other space that I wanted to also discuss with you is why are the metals declining so much? What is keeping this space under pressure? You know why, Prashant? This space suddenly got into action when there was hope that China stimulus is going to be probably propelling these stocks higher. But the way from last 2 days this stock has been continuously dragging is again giving investors two thoughts about whether to go big on metal.
Two reasons. One, with respect to the Chinese stimulus package, which they are talking, but nothing has been in front of the market. Report on from UBS on the metal stocks on the European and US steel companies. So there was a lot of downgrades being done on metal stocks globally. So these two factors have affected a lot. And even there are some news saying that Trump is not going to have a lot of infrastructure focused immediately once he comes on his chair. So there is a full pressure going on globally in terms of metal, and India is facing the same heat right now. In this sector, I think Tata Steel and SAIL both are still under pressure. SAIL can come down below 120 levels from these current prices again, and Tata Steel can come down below 140 levels.
Right. Okay, got that. That's as far as this space is concerned. Prashant, apart from this, also wanted to get a sense from you on, especially when we talk about, the about, of course, defense, solar, some of those pockets are looking interesting. What beyond this is looking interesting within the PSU space to you at this point?
I think post this year cut, I think there is some kind of benefit for the banks, that too specifically PSU banks, and I think that will be a game changer point for all the banks to grow their credit growth and all with respect to the high competition private banks. But overall, still I'm not comfortable with respect to their NIM margins, which are still flatter. Q1, Q2 are not so great, so one should wait and watch for Q3 before we take a call on PSU banks.
Okay, got that. So one has to really wait and watch out for in this space at this point in time. See, 19 and just the right time for us to ask Prashant to give us his BTST or STBT trades, Prashant. Where would you keep your focus? Anything that investors can keep an eye out on in terms of specific stocks on BTST, STBT?
I think two stocks, one in cash, one in future. In cash, Enviro Infra, a cash small cap company which got listed recently, trading at almost 288 rupees right now. So it's a good cash BTST call on that. And in future, again, Bharti Airtel still looks good for me with a target of 1680 and 1700. So these are two calls for BTST.
Okay, these are the two stocks for BTST right there. I hope investors and viewers, all of you, are keeping a keen eye out on what Prashant has really recommended on that front today. Let's again look at some of the other stocks then, viewers, to see what the buzz is currently in terms of the most active stock. You have Stocks like, the small ticket stocks, some of those which are high risk, high beta stocks. Vodafone Idea is buzzing 1.8% higher. You have Yes Bank, that's also with huge traded at this point in time. JP Power, Suzlon, IRB Infra, these are the stocks that are actually buzzing in trade. When we talk about this renewable energy space, particularly, are you having any top two or three stocks where you are keeping a keen eye out on, Prashant? Of course, the renewable energy power space, maybe, if that is something that is on your radar.
I think Suzlon would be best in class stock. One should focus in accumulating this no sector. So I think at 66 rupees, it's a great stock. And if you see last 2 months, there is a good accumulation done by mutual funds also. A lot of mutual funds have accumulated this stock in last 2 months. So with respect to the balance sheet, everything is leveraged cleanly right now. I think only the execution is the matter of concern where I think they can do better than expected from Q1, Q2, and Q3. So I think for me, it's a good stock for right now to accumulate with a multi-bagger view again. My target would be almost near 100.
Okay, got that. So that's the view that's coming in. 8 minutes the markets go currently. We are definitely near the day's high point, and as I said, it's the IT banks, some of the heavyweight counters that are supporting the sentiments right now, like Bharti Airtel or Reliance Industries. Let's ask about Reliance Industries to you, Prashant. This is a stock that has actually given near zero returns to the investors in this year so far, despite all the action on the bonus split, etc. But do you think it has made a solid base in this year now, and maybe we could look at a better 2025 for Reliance Industries? Would you recommend investors to, loosen their purse strings and buy a lot of Reliance right ahead of 2025 now?
I'm not so positive on Reliance because of the heavyweight again, because the stock is not giving so much of confidence to the investors the investors from last almost 12 months. So it's a trading stock right now for me. Again, a target of 1320, 1340 can be a best case scenario for the stock. And I think, yes, it has made a good base right now from last 7, 8 days. It was lower lows with respect to the markets. But again, best level to buy would be anywhere between 12 and 1230. That is 1230. And a target of again 1320, 1340 can be best case scenario. But overall, I'm not recommending my clients to buy Reliance at this point of time.
Okay, not recommending Reliance at this point in time. Okay, what's buzzing is, in fact, from the new age tech space now, Paytm is buzzing really. It's at the day's high. That's the kind of move that we are seeing on Paytm. Remember, in the last few days, we've also seen a lot of brokerage houses pencil in higher targets for Paytm as well. Right now, trading at around 988 currently, with huge volumes also coming in on this one. Tech space is kind of move that has been coming in, or do you think enough is already priced in? The stock is almost what, tripled from the time the lows that were seen during the regulatory issues. Do you think enough is there already priced in?
I think a lot of hurdles have gone out of the woods right now for Paytm right now. From last 3 months, the stock is up by 50%, despite markets were being again negative trend again. So I think everything is discounted in this price, but now again, the way how they will expand is the biggest question one should look at on month basis. Plus the quarterly earnings. Price rally, obviously the stock can go head towards 1100 rupees for next 3 to 6 months.
Okay, got that. So that's as far as Paytm is concerned. Anything else apart from Paytm from the new age tech space you are keeping a keen eye out on now, Prashant?
I think Swiggy should be one stock on a tech basis, again on the food delivery and e-commerce basis. So due to the discount between Zomato and Swiggy, Swiggy is a better place right now. And the way they got their money through the IPO, I think that will be deployed very soon, and that will start generating them the good businesses going forward. So I think they are targeting to be profitable next financial year, and that would be very much intact. So that I think with a target of 600 for a shorter period of time, one should look at Swiggy in this market.
One should look at Swiggy, and Paytm could be definitely kept on radar right now from the new age tech space right there. One more pocket that I will discuss with you before we go on to winding up the edition, and also to understand from you what to have as an outlook. Textile space, this is buzzing. If we look at Vardhaman Textile, I had pointed out in the morning. You can also look at Gokuldas Export with the kind of move that we have seen today. Himmat Singha Seede is another one that you can look at today, viewers. Raymond is buzzing in trade as well. The entire space seems to be in action. Arvind Fashions. These are the kind of stocks that are buzzing. Kitex Garments was something that was buzzing in the initial part of this week too. Prashant, is textiles looking interesting to you?
I think this textile as a sector, why it is positive today, there was a GST council meeting which was scheduled on 21st of December, which I think it is getting postponed. So there was a news saying that with the higher rate, textile will be taxed at 35%, which was a rumor 15 days back. I think because of the delay in the GST council meeting, textile sector got very much positive sentiment, and I think whole sector is very much trading in a positive zone. I'm not tracking this sector, but I cannot comment on that on the in stock specific action.
Okay, got that. 326 viewers, we have just 4 minutes to shut shop on today's trading session right there as far as the markets are concerned. But we'll quickly get in a word from Prashant on the fact that, what is it that you should remember and prepare for as next week going forward from here? Should be the key index to focus on between the Nifty Bank and any key sectors and stocks to look at. So we'll start off on that now. Prashant, first up, outlook on the markets after today's bounce has come in. You started off by saying that markets are indicating mein jhukega nahi. What's next for next week?
So I think the trend will remain same, but we will have such kind of sessions every week until unless Trump comes back in action and in his chair. So we should be prepared to have that 400, 500% points rally from top to bottom right now. So overall, be prepared for volatility. Again, stock specific action and sector specific action, I think insurance space should be highly looked at for next 1 week. HDFC Life, SBI Life, these two stocks, one should focus more on that. Again, on the green energy and renewable energy, again, NTPC green looks good for me for next 1 week. Bajaj Housing Finance, again, post the 1 month completion of Anchor. I think even Bajaj Housing Finance, be prepared for high volatility coming week until unless the Trump comes into action.
Okay, got that. Well, thank you so much, Prashant, for sharing with us such wonderful ideas, insights on the markets, sharing some of the stock ideas too. It's always a pleasure to host you, and thank you so much for being with us today. We'll
Thank
start wrapping up the market now, viewers. We'll look at how the Nifty is shutting shop. 24,784 and thereabouts. There's an almost 237 point of an uptick. The Sensex is up by nearly 890 odd points right there. So it's a sharp move on Sensex also that has come in today's trading session. We have a whole host of these stocks that are buzzing like Bharti Airtel among the top movers on the Nifty today. Sharp over 4% of a move towards the closing. ITC has jumped today, 2.5% higher. Now trading at around 469. Kotak Mahindra Bank, HUL, Titan, Ultratech Cement are the other movers as far as the Nifty is concerned as well. Most of the stocks pulled up into the green. However, some which are dragging: Sriram Finance, Tata Steel, Hindalco, JSW Steel, IndusInd Bank, and SBI Life. These are the top drags as far as the Nifty is concerned. Now, when we talk about the kind of move that we've been seeing across the sectors in today's trading session, viewers, then you'll get to see that the Nifty Bank managed to pull up 0.7%, autos about 0.5% higher, financial services 0.7% up, FMCG definitely up into the thick action, 1.4% higher, private banks up by 0.8%. You have consumer durables that did very well, about 1% higher, oil and gas space also did well. But what pulled down was the kind of stocks that were from the metal space, down 0.8%. Pharma, PSU banks, and media stocks also dragged in sentiments. When we talk about the broader market, the small caps underperformed the session right there. But when we talk about Prashant also mentioned bounces came back onto these stocks as well going forward, and he's also looking at insurance space could be looked at next week right there. Okay, viewers. As the Nifty is concerned, 24 for the weekly close. This sharp bounce has come in today and about a Nifty at 53,000 at that, but do stay tuned. world of stock markets and business, getting you interesting from top market experts, economists, macroeconomists, as well as all those people who are important to track from the business world. Stay tuned with us. There's much more coming up on your screens even after this.